Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the 1991 Rodan Bandai Vinyl. Now, this version of Rodan comes from the 1958 film Rodan, which is one of my favorite kaiju movies. I really like that movie a lot, and something I just find really cool is that, back in, the Showa era, when, Toho, when they were making Godzilla movies, they were also making, other, kaiju-related projects. And a lot of them, or at least some of them, actually ended up tying in with the Godzilla series. Because you had, Rodan. Because Rodan, before becoming a part of the Godzilla series, he actually started off in his own movie, which is Rodan. And same with Mothra, she started off in her own movie, Mothra, and then eventually became a part of the Godzilla franchise. So, it's really cool. It's almost like a cinematic universe. All these different, kaiju-related projects that Toho was working on at the time. Ended up, being tied in with Godzilla. And, War of the Gargantuas, which is another really good movie that I recommend. Godzilla never, crossed over with that movie or anything like that. But in, the comics, I know, Sanda and Gyra do appear. So, yeah, it's just, really cool that, they're different, movies, but they're kind of, they're in the same, universe, kind of, as, the other, Godzilla movies and whatnot. So, Rodan takes place in the Godzilla universe, and Mothra, you know what I'm trying to say. It's a lot like Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's just really cool. It's really cool that Godzilla was doing this before Marvel did. So, yeah, I think that's really cool. So, yeah, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Watch Rodan if you haven't already. It's on HBO Max, and yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. So let's just get right into this. Just like with Anguirus, I unfortunately do not have the tag with this guy, and no, the seller wasn't cool enough to include a little origami bird like with Anguirus, so yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about here. So we're just going to skip right onto the paint. And the painting on this figure, I think, looks pretty nice. Of course, most of the figure is casted in this this brown plastic, vinyl material, which I think looks really nice and is accurate to the movie. I know it's vinyl, but it feels like plastic, so, yeah, but anyway, we do have some, bits of gold, on the feet here, and on his chest, and on his, fingers here, and even his beak here is painted gold, which I think looks nice, and his eyes here are painted black as well, which is accurate to the movie, and on the back here, again, we have the, he's, bluish-greenish, stripes going down the body with this, bit of gold in the center here. Unfortunately, on mine, the actual, spinal part on mine is, a little, scuffed up, so there's a little bit of, brown showing, which is a little unfortunate, but this figure is literally 30 years old, so, honestly, I bought this used, so, of course, there's going to be some damage, but, yeah, as far as the paint goes, but, yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. Overall, there's not a whole lot going on, but, honestly, it's all it really needs to be. It's very simple, but it gets the job done, and it does look, not one-to-one, but it does look pretty, spot on to what we see in the actual movie itself. So, I like it. So, yeah, the painting on this figure is good. So, I'd say it gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the articulation, and there's pretty much nothing on this guy. The wings can move a little bit, and so can the head, but not by a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. There could have been more. I feel like, some leg articulation would have been a little cool, but overall, yeah, I mean, I feel like with this kind of design, making it a Bandai vinyl with, the traditional, 5 joints, I feel like that'd be a little hard to do. But, I don't know, honestly, I'd say the articulation here gets, 3/4 of a pass. Solely because, it doesn't feel like a figure. It feels more like a statue, which I think that's kind of what they were going for with this figure. But it would have been nice if you could, move the head more. But I digress. So, the articulation, 3/4 of a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the sculpt on this figure, and the sculpting here is honestly pretty much perfect. This is literally exactly how he looked in the film he appeared in, which is Rodan. Something I complained about the Playmates figure is that the wings here were, very thin, but here they're actually like very bulky and it actually looks nice. And also the head is much bigger, which again also looks nice. And he's not like looking up or anything like that. He's just looking straight. So we just have a nice neutral standing Rodan figure that looks very accurate to how he looked in the movie. So yeah, the sculpting on this figure, literally perfect. So the sculpting here, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very good. So let's take a closer look at that. So starting off with the head here, again, all of the bumps and scales in the face here, I think are detailed very nicely. Very beautifully defined here. And same with the crest here, again, just a lot of really nice detailing here. Now going down to the neck here, again, a lot of really nice like musculature and all like the creases and everything, just very nicely defined. You know, and same with the wings here, just a lot of really nice scaling here. And the feather detailing here, again, just looks great. And going to the body here, again, all the, you know, spikes and whatnot, again, just detailed very nicely. And that continues down all the way to the legs here. And again, just a lot of really nice detailing in the legs here. And the back is the same, you know, just a lot of really nice scaling here. The feathers here detailed very nicely. And again, a lot of really nice musculature for the back of the neck here. And yeah, the detailing on this figure is very good. So the detailing here definitely gets a pass. Now we'll do some size comparisons. Of course, here we have the Playmates 1958 Rodan. And right off the bat, I just want to say this is the better figure, and I'll be taking no further questions. Here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Rodan. The Final Wars Rodan, I should specify. And even though he's not really Rodan, in fact, he's not even from the Godzilla series, here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Gyaos. He's kind of like Rodan, like a satanic Rodan that eats people. So, yeah. But anyway, of course, here we have Dr. Billy Grant and some hand sanitizer. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? Honestly, I'd say yes. I think this is a really nice representation of Rodan from that 1958 film. I think this does a great job of capturing the likeness of that monster a lot. And like I said earlier, this figure is a lot better than the Playmates one. So, I mean, the Playmates one is cheaper, but overall, this guy is, like, much better. Like, he's not looking up, so, like, he's just neutral standing. He looks more accurate, and overall, he's just a really nice-looking figure. So, I do recommend you get this guy. And as far as price tags go, I paid about $40 for mine, though you can probably get it for cheaper. Yeah, like I said, the Playmates one I know is cheaper, but honestly, like, the price tag for this guy isn't terrible either. Like, yeah, $40 is $40, but the thing is, right, this is a figure from, like, 30 years ago. So I think the high price point like that is a little justifiable. Plus, I've seen a lot of newer Bandai vinyls go for, like, close to $40 as well. So honestly, paying $40 for this guy is not bad at all, and like I said, I definitely recommend that you pick this guy up. So, yeah, anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.